I've got 11 identical speakers, one subwoofer, Dirac Live room correction, and a Samsung QD-OLED TV. They form like Voltron to create an amazing Dolby Atmos gaming experience. And we're going to check it out right after the jump. What's up, Techno fam? Chana D, your Techno Dad here. And before we begin, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your support and directly impacting the channel in a positive way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you guys want to help out the channel and become a patron, make sure you click the link in the description and become a patron today. Now, I know you guys are like, yo, why are you not in the studio? I'm at work. It's like 3:45 in the morning. This is one of my 3 jobs that I have to do. And then I do YouTube. So, hey, I can double up sometimes and do YouTube at job. So, yeah, here we are. Anyway, here by the fire, it's nice and warm. Oh yeah, do you feel that? You feel that coming through? Anyway, we are going to talk about my gaming cave, and I'm super excited to share this with you because I've been having so much fun over the past couple of weeks. It's been amazing. So what we're going to do is talk about the equipment. I'm going to tell you how it's all wired up, and then I'm going to have a binaural demo of what it all sounds like. So you're going to need some headphones, and that'll be toward the end of the video, but let's get into it. Yeah. So like I said in the intro, I have 11 identical speakers, which are not the greatest quality wise, but they have a few things I was looking for. The first was a compact size, which helps with placement around the room. The room's pretty tight, pretty small. There's a whole lot of stuff in here, from keyboards and synthesizers to all kinds of other stuff. So I needed to have something compact, which leads into the second positive for these speakers, and it's the fact that they have a mic stand thread at the bottom. So I'm able to use a mic stand for the speakers. And as you can see here, I got some quick adjusting mic stands, so I just pull in the handle and I can change the height very easily and very quickly. I can quickly change the height of each speaker exactly the way I need so that all ear level speakers are at ear level, which makes the immersion that much better. Of course, I also use them for the height channels as well, so I can make sure that the height channels are at the same height. I placed the front height channels on the top shelf of this rack, and the rear heights I had to lift up, so I have them sitting on a couple of storage cubes. And again, I can quickly adjust the height with the mic stand so I can get the height channels exactly where they need to be. For the right surround and surround back speakers, I used a tabletop mic stand for them, as I don't have a whole lot of space and they seem to work out perfectly for where I need them to be for proper Dolby Atmos placement. For bass duties, SVS sent over their PB1000 Pro, which is a beast of a subwoofer in this space, which is only about 1140 cubic feet. The room is not that big, so the subwoofer really shakes it up. Now, if you had a room that was around 1300 to 1500 cubic feet, I think the PB1000 Pro would definitely rock the house. Now, all 11 speakers and subwoofer are going through the Pioneer LX505 AV receiver. And I have 11 pre-outs going from the Pioneer to this 16-channel amplifier by Niles. The amplifier is made for whole home audio applications, but I figured 50 watts by 16 channels into 8 ohms would be more than enough for this setup with a little room to grow. And by room to grow, I mean I can go to a 9.1.6, run 15 channels off this amplifier. I can run front wides and 2 extra height channels. So I'll have 3 sets of height channels if I get a processor that doesn't break the bank and has, 16 channels of RCA pre-outs. But for now, the Pioneer is doing a great job as the processor, and that's mainly because of Dirac Live room correction. If you've been with the channel for a while, you should know that the biggest factor in having a great sounding home theater experience is based on how good your room correction is. And hands down, the best automatic room correction has got to be Dirac Live. Now, there are a few that are better, but those are in pieces of gear that are like 5 or 6 times the price of this Pioneer. And coming in at $1,500, the LX505 is one of the least expensive AV receivers with Dirac Live. I know Onkyo also has the RZ50, I believe it's called, which is about $100 less. So that is also a good option. And not only is it a good option for the room correction, for gaming, the Pioneer is great because it's got 3 HDMI ports that support 4K, 120 Hertz, VRR, HDR, ALLM, and Dolby Vision pass-through. So everything that you want gaming-wise, you can connect up an Xbox Series X, a PS5, and a PC with an RTX 3000 graphics card, because the Pioneer can handle all those three and feed that to your display. And I did take a quick look around, and Best Buy does have some of them in stock, so I've got a link down in the description for you guys to check it out, to swoop on one while they last, because I got this one and it pretty much was sold out right afterward. So I have the Xbox Series X and PS5 connected to the Pioneer AVR, which is then connected to the brand new Samsung S95B QD-OLED TV. I gotta say, this is one awesome TV for gaming. I have the LG C2 48-inch above the Samsung, and when I play games on the LG and then switch to the Samsung, there's literally no contest. I definitely want to keep the Samsung, even though it does have some quirks, and I do favor the LG in certain aspects, like movie watching and all that. But for gaming, man, this S95B is just awesome. One of the things that does suck about this room is that the center channel speaker and mic stand end up blocking the middle of the Samsung TV. So to combat this, I will remove the center channel speaker and go into the Pioneer setup menu and change it from 7.1.4 to 6.1.4. So the AVR knows there's no center channel, and it will create a center image using the left and right speakers instead. Omitting the center channel speaker also helps when I bust out the racing cockpit and force feedback steering wheel when I want to play a racing game like Forza. I gotta tell you guys though, this brings another level of immersion, and it's just crazy. With the shifter, pedals, racing cockpit, and all the speakers around me, I feel like I'm driving in the race. And of course, you know, smashing into other cars. I will have a review video about the foldable racing cockpit, so make sure you subscribe up and hit that notification bell. Here's a good shot of the Samsung and how great it looks while gaming in Forza, and you can kind of see me moving the wheel in the darkness. Sorry it's so dark, but I had to kind of set up the brightness for the TV, otherwise it would have just been blown out. Oh yeah, one last thing. The rack I have set up in my room is just a basic U-line storage rack. It came with 3 pieces of particle board, which I wrapped in black velvet cloth that I got from Amazon. It definitely makes the whole thing look a lot nicer and less industrial, or like it did on the website when I ordered it. Okay, so that's the equipment and how it's all hooked up and everything like that. Now, the biggest question I'm sure you're probably wondering is, TechnoDad, how does it sound? Well, I'll tell you this. I never want to use a gaming headset ever again. I mean, sitting in the middle of the room, there's like only one chair. All the speakers are identical. They're all equidistant from the listening position. And with Dirac Live, it just makes it so amazing. You guys have to try it out at some point in your life. You could kind of call it a near field Dolby Atmos setup because I am sitting so close to the speakers, and it's like immersion to the max. And when I've got the steering wheel out and the cockpit out, it's almost like the room itself is a pair of headphones. And I'm just in there without using the headphones. Like, I don't ever want to use a headset ever again, unless, you know, I got to talk to like people in the game, in which case I have to just have a mic set up or whatever. But definitely when you have like everything coming together from the Dirac Live room correction, all the speakers being identical, the SVS sub in the corner, like, it is an experience, like, for real. It is an experience. It's almost like I'm living in a movie. It's pretty awesome. And yes, I have watched movies in here before with the center channel and using the monitor up top. And, you know, besides a little bit of a crick in my neck, you know, after like a half an hour or so, I usually like switch it back to the main monitor and move the center channel. And sometimes I've just left the center channel for movies I've already seen, like 300 or anything that has a really good Atmos mix. But when you go into the video game, it's almost like you're playing the movie. It's just so crazy, so amazing, and very, very immersive. So when we get into the binaural demo, make sure you have some headphones and not earbuds. They're not going to cut it. You need some good over-the-ear headphones, because when that bass hits from those bombs exploding and stuff, man, it was shaking the room for real. It's like I'm playing the movie. It's really, really immersive and just out of this world. Like, the audio experience is just on another level when the room is set up like this. But for sure, get some good headphones, over-the-ear headphones. You may have to turn the volume up, but be careful, because it's very dynamic. It'd be quiet at sometimes and just be super loud at other times. Things to listen for when you are watching the demo: bullets whizzing by, like when you get shot and you're like dead, like you'll hear like beep, 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 like they're all whizzing by because other people are shooting at you now, instead of the first person that actually hits you. There's planes flying overhead. Then there's the localization of gunshots. Like if somebody's firing here on the left and I turn left, now it's like, the sound is moved over. So you can really hear where all that stuff is. And there's this one part where a plane is flying like from the front over kind of like the shoulder, and it drops a bomb to the right, and then I turn right. Like, you can hear all of that happening. Spatially, it's all accurate, and it's just amazing. And, big shout out to Sonic Presence for sending me the binaural microphones so I can actually make recordings like this, because the recording is awesome. Like, I'm just listening to it and I feel like I'm playing the game all over again when I was editing this. So it's a treat. It's a treat. I'm glad I could bring that to you through YouTube to give you this kind of experience and get that feeling of actually playing the game and being there in the room with me. So yeah, we're going to roll into the demo, and let me know what you think about this whole thing down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Ah.
They got recon in the sky. Securing Able. We're falling behind. Push back. Dug in at Able. Heads up. Enemy glide bomb coming in hot. Closing with Baker. recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Recon plane scanning the area. Cover your heads. Enemy bombers. Capturing Baker. They're taking Charlie. Enemy recon, spy in the skies. Enemies call a strafing run. Taking Baker. Capturing Baker. Capturing Able. Enemy running recon. They got eyes in the sky. Securing Baker. He's dug in at Baker. Enemy glide bomb incoming. Losing objective Baker. Closing table. They're taking Charlie. Charlie is hot. Round is almost done. So are we. Taking Able.